Over to you, sir. Good evening, everyone. Uh, in last session, we will just describe and what are the basic important steps you have to follow, and most probably where uh, PI face the problem. So just I will highlight here. So next slide, please. First, I about the ICMR. In last 2 days, you are aware about the ICMR. ICMR is the uh, oldest medical research body, and it was established in 1911. With vision of ICMR is translating research as action, improving the health of the population. And with the mission, and obviously the mission of the ICMR is encourage the research, and they provide the facility or in form of the knowledge, in form of the funds to other stakeholders. To fulfill vision and mission of the ICMR grant or run certain program in form of the extramural research program. Basically, the purpose of the ICMR extramural research program is I provide financial assistance to promote research work in field of medicine, public health, and allied area. So when we say the extramural research program, so we have the different type of the extramural research program, and are different based upon different type of the. There are different in term of duration, and there are differences in term of the duration, in term of the finance. Most we use like ad hoc project, task project. Apart from that, we have also like cohort study, national registry, center for advanced research. So these are the different ICMR program where where we are ICMR support for the we support different institutes or medical college in form of the extramural grant. So today we are not going to discuss all. Today we will discuss only the ad hoc proposal. So when we say the ad hoc proposal is basically the investigator or PI initiative, or ad hoc proposal is developed by one particular faculty or PI, and they submit for the research grant to ICMR. Okay. So research ad hoc proposal can be submitted. We have the designated electronics project management system or ICMR e-PMS. URL is here epms.icmr.org.in. Financial selling, as I told you, we have the different program. Each program have different financial selling. So for ad hoc, maximum limit for the financial is the presently 1.5 crore. It is in discussion to increase this amount, but at present approved amount is the maximum 1.5 crore. Duration of the project. When you write the project, so always you keep in mind what is the duration. So for the ad hoc project, minimum duration is the 1 year and maximum is the 3 years. Beyond the 3 years, if you want to extend, so it is up to the project review committee and up to the DG-ICMR, and mostly they provide extension for 6 months or like that way, but without financial support. So just completing your remaining work, submitting your final report. So you stick your proposal up to 3 years. If it is the small kind of survey type of the project, if you want to complete within 1 year, so you can also submit. And so minimum duration will be 1 year and maximum is the 3 years. Eligibility, that is the again important. I received so many queries about this. Presently, eligibility criteria is the scientist professional who have regular employment in medical college, research institute, university, recognized research and development laboratory, government, semi-government, or NGO. This is the basic criteria to become a PI or co-PI. Because because ad hoc proposal is the PI initiative. We not expect there are so many multi-centric projects. if it is a different institutes involved, different PI, co-PI involved, it means task force. It is a one small project, investigator or PI centric project. Okay, so there is a limited, we require the co-PI also. And one thing is from each institute, if you are submitting, so one co-PI is also mandatory as per the ICMR rule. So what is the purpose of the co-PI? If anything happen, like your PI transferred or resign or something happen, so who will take care? So obviously co-PI will take care. So whatever the eligibility criteria for PI, that is also for the eligibility criteria for co-PI. So lot of time I receive the query, my research scholar, PhD scholar, MSc student, these are the want to become the co-PI, I am not able to add their email ID. Because they are not eligible, therefore you are not able to add as a PI or as a co-PI to them. Second important thing is the institute having, then again here defines the research organization. So how we say when this particular institute is a research organization? So as per the governments now, there is a one agency under the Department of Science and Technology, which provide any institute or any medical college or any university as a status of research organization. That certificate is called the zero certificate. Scientific Industrial Research Organization certificate. So any institute having the zero, if or DSIR, we also consider DSIR certificate, because those having the zero, they only get the DSIR certificate. So any institute can submit one of issue document. And third, these are required for the government and private. If your organization or institute is the non-government organization in category of NGO, then additional one thing requirement is the registration of NGO Durban portal. Now in this day, it is become mandatory not only for ICMR, for all the government organization. If you are giving the fund to any NGO, so that NGO must be registered with the NGO Durban portal. So we require the NGO Durban registration. So these are the basic what they are basic. You can see the essential criteria for any ad hoc project. Then on next. Then before going to submit any proposal, so we expect from the PI to follow the certain pre-submission work. First is the read the call for proposal. Without reading the call for proposal, I received several emails. If proposal is called under the ad hoc, they want to apply under the task force. If proposal is called under task force, they want to apply the ad hoc proposal. Means PI, sometimes some PI doesn't want to read it. What's the call for proposal? They read only the title of the call for proposal. So we advise to read the call for proposal, and also the submission guideline, which is duly available on our website. All the relevant formats are available in our website under the ad hoc project guideline. And next is the first you prepare your research plan as per the ICMR format and make ready to whatever the requisite documents are required time of the submission. Then you go for start your submission on your portal. Next. Then next is the budget preparation. Okay. As per the ICMR guideline, we have these are the different head only. So you may require to prepare your budget accordingly to this head only, not as per the your head. First is the staff, second is the contingency, third is the travel, equipment, and overhead charge. Overhead is charge is applicable only the non-ICMR institute. It is not applicable for ICMR institute. Okay. Then again, I received several query like there is a no consumable, so where we they want to make one separate head. Okay, you can make the separate head, but it is not permittable in ICMR system, means ICMR guideline. So you have to restrict yourself within this head only. You don't make your head. Consumable is come under the contingency as per the ICMR guideline. So all the consumables you should put under the contingency grant. So when you are preparing for grant, I mean budget, budget can have only this 5 head. Apart from that, any head, it will be not sanctioned by the finance. Means that amount will be not sanctioned by the finance department of ICM. Next. But then again we come is with staff. So again, when you selecting the staff, so you have to follow the ICMR guideline, whatever the designation available is for the ICMR project recruitment rule, that designation you can take. Maximum time I receive, similarly, maximum question I receive from we want to recruit one instructor. So give the provision for instructor. We want to recruit this post. But that post is not defined under the ICMR project rule. Our project staff recruitment rule. So obviously you can't take, but they want to take, and they also the propose. Even in our system, it is these are the not facility, but they they used to write inside, and ultimate what happened? Those posts are cancelled by the finance. Similarly, when we talk about the salary or honorarium or remuneration of the staff, so again you will require to bond as per the ICMR rule. Whatever the salary is mentioned for the one particular staff, neither below nor higher. You can't give the below nor higher. But some institute want to make the proposal according their institute's rule. So because it is the adopt proposal of the ICMR, so you require to buy the rule of the ICMR. So this is the URL where you can get the all the designation, all the salary structure of the project staff. In our system, we define like that way. Only you require to select the designation amount. Amount is calculated automatically. So you don't require to calculate. But if you want to verify whatever the amount is coming, it is correct or not. So this is the rule. The rule is the project recruitment rule is issued by the ICMR admin 2. So you require to follow the ICMR admin 2 guideline. Next, contingency. You can take contingency can be used for different purpose. So whatever you can put out, even like consumable, it will be the part of the contingency. Chemical, it will be the part of the contingency. So these are the different items like data entry charge, printing of dictionaries, acquisition of the book, typing of research input, all are the part of contingency. So you require to take only the one head rather than taking the separate head of this item. And contingency grant cannot be used for purchase the furniture and other things. So you will be required to keep in your mind. Traveling grant can be utilized for PI, co-PI, including the research staff which you will recruit under that for traveling, for data collection, attending the seminar or symposium, etc. Next is equipment. Equipment, you can ask for the equipment, but equipment will be required to procure as per the GFR or the general finance rule and as per the general finance rule. And all the equipment should be labeled as a ICMR funded. And after completion of the project, you will require to send the request, and based upon that, ICMR will decide that whether you will keep those equipment or required to refund the equipment. Another important thing is the overhead charge. So overhead charge is presently 3% for all type of the institute. Then again, you make most or I think 60% PI make the mistake here for calculating the overhead charge. As per the ICMR rule, overhead charge is calculated at 3%, but it is only on the staff and contingency. Overhead charge is not applicable equipment and traveler. So when you are calculating overhead charge for your institute, so you there are four heads like staff, contingency, equipment, and travel allowance. So first is only you take the first two part like staff and contingency. Whatever the amount for the equipment and allowances, that will be not a part of overhead charge. So 3% not for your whole project, but 3% of staff and contingency grant only. That is the applicable for the overhead charge. So when you are calculating overhead charge for 3% overhead charge, so we stick up to staff and contingency grant. Next. And then now, how to submit our proposal? First, project submission is a 3-step. Each PI and co-PI will require to first register on the e-PMS portal, and after registering, first you verify your email ID, and then next and complete your profile, is PI profile, then come for the proposal submission. So this is our portal. Most of you already submitted proposals, so you are the familiar. When you will go guidelines, so there is a different section like ad hoc, fellowship. So under the ad hoc proposal, you will find different format and guideline of related to ad hoc and task force project. Next. And now this is the PI registration form. PI registration is mandatory for co-PI and PI also. Obviously, PI cannot submit without registration, but co-PI also requires the registration. For registration, you require full name, email, mobile number, password, and confirm password. Providing this information, you will be registered on the portal. Then now you come on login page. You can log in your email ID will be the login ID, and password you have selected that will be the password. If you are creating first time account, so after that, first you require to verify your email ID. So when you log in, so next page. When you log in here, that you will receive one notification like verify your email ID. So click your email ID. So one email ID will be received on your email ID where you require to click the OK button only. Means click on the link. If any circumstance, if you are not receiving this email or verification email, so you can write us. So we will verify from our level. But email verification is important. And then again, the problem is that not problem with PI, but very often we face the issue with co-PI. They after performing this step, they say now we registered on portal, but our email ID is not showing. So again, I repeat, you just perform elementary step. Then unless still you not entered your name, designation, and in which college you are affiliated, so your email ID will not active for the PI and co-PI. So if there is a co-PI, so I request at least fill the personal. There is a PI profile, there is a different state like personal detail, education detail, research experience, publication, patent. So, but minimum personal details is required to fill to active any email ID or any profile as a PI or co-PI. Okay. So even the role of any person is a co-PI, but at least fill the personal section. But if you are the PI, so I suggest you fill all the section. Because what happens, sometimes the PRC expert want to see the profile of the PI. Which type of the publication they performed during last 5 years, or suppose project is related to SIT, so whether they have some publication in SIT or not. or what are the education of the PI. Sometimes expert cannot. If you have field, so expert can see whatever the your experience. So I always suggest if you are filling the form, okay, in time of the proposal submission, you are very hurry because drafting the proposal. But this part, like education, research experience, publication, you can fill anytime. It's not required the call, open the call for proposal. Even your call for proposal is closed. After that, you can also fill. But it is always to fill it. It will support you only time of the PRC or project review committee. So first is the personal detail. Click on the personal detail. Then personal detail has the one just basic information like first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, and date of birth. So these are the just gender category. These are the basic information. It take hardly 5 to 10 minutes to complete this. So it is a mandatory for PI and as well as OPI. Next. In the same place, another part is the your working institute. So, working institute. Again, here I received the several query. My institute is not available. So mostly we included all the NMC recognized medical college, UGC recognized university, and any organization which receives any fund from last 10 years from ICMR, all the institutes are added here. Okay. But apart from that, it may be possible some institute is not included here. So, but I received the major queries from the medical college and medical college in some institute of the Delhi itself. So reason is what is the reason? First, you require to select the state. Then after state, your district, your institute located district. Okay. So here what PI say, I received the query. Suppose one person living in the Agra, but he passed out in the Lucknow. So if I am similar issue is with the education. So my university is located at Lucknow. So obviously I will select the state UP district Lucknow. I am living in Agra, but why I will select the Agra if my university is located in Lucknow? So obviously I will require to select the district Lucknow. Similarly here, for the institute, major queries come from the metro cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. Most of the in Delhi, especially when I talk about Delhi, every PIC, his institute is located at New Delhi. So New Delhi is a city, but when we say that Delhi is divided in different districts. Okay. So first you require to identify correct district name, then Delhi, then select Delhi, then correct district, then name of the institute will be APM there. Okay. If your institute, okay, I don't know the district name of my institute, so there is also one provision. Know your institute, state district. So click on that. Next. You will find searching on complete database. You just type your institute name, you will able to see all the registered institutes. And accordingly, state and district, to select again appropriate district name, then you will able to identify your institute. Even that, if your institute is not available, then there is another feature, add new, where you can add your institute and motivator. Then as we will able to verify exactly whether it is means correct information or not. It is not a if this institute is already available or not. If it is not available, then we will approve it. Okay. So this is the procedure. But before going to this thing, just you follow first select state, then selection of the correct district is very important. Select the correct district, then only your institute name will be displayed here. When I show you here, in AMS, I received nearly 100 requests to addition of the amps. Amps value. Some professor requested to add amps in the New Delhi, some South Delhi, some East Delhi, some East. So there are several. Okay. But whatever the as per the pin code amps is already available. Okay. But whenever any call come, we always receive 1, 2, 3 requests from the amp that add the amp New Delhi is not available on the data. Next. And then similarly, you can add your education and one by one, you can add all. Okay. But as I told you, if any OPI has entered your only the personal details, so that is the sufficient for adding as a OPI. But I advise to all the PI, they fill all the information in time of the proposal submission or after submitting the proposal, because expert want to see the profile of the PI based upon, sometimes they take the decision based upon your past work also. Next. So now we come that after completing your personal details, now we come on the proposal submission. When you see in the proposal submission, there is the submit new proposal. When you click the submit new proposal, select program will be API. Select program will be API here. So in this particular box, you will see the task force and all. So it is again important, as I told you, first read the carefully the call for proposal. Sometimes any call for proposal come under the ad hoc, sometimes it's come under the task. So correct program selection is also important. Okay. Suppose next, if your call for proposal is under the ad hoc proposal, then select the ad hoc, then click. First part is the basic information. It will automatically pack from the your PI's detail section. Only in this section, you require to enter only one information, that is the date of retirement of PI. Usually, PI, as per the ICMR rule, if your project is for the 3 years, okay. So any PI is retiring within 3 years, they are not eligible to become a PI. If your project is for the 2 years, so it must be the PI has minimum 2 years service. So that is the condition, that is the criteria. Therefore, date of requirement is required to enter. It is not automatically calculated because different organization date of retirement is a different. Some state government 60 years, somewhere in central government, somewhere 62, some medical college 65 is also there. Okay. So date of retirement we take from the PI only, rather than calculating depend upon the date of birth. Then institute name, again institute name will be come from automatically from your profile. Here again you require to identify. Select type of the institute. There is a 3 types: government, private, and NGO. And then you require to your status about your DSIR and CO certificate and validity of certificate. If you select NGO, then it will ask another. That will be the NGO Darpan number. But it is applicable only for the NGO. Next. Then you require to advertisement and select the advertisement. Selection of advertisement means call for proposal, because parallelly what happens, there are different call for proposal. For example, recently stillbirth was active, then we have the rare disease and then STI. So different in which particular against the call for proposal you want to submit. So therefore selection of advertisement or call for proposal is important. Then title, broad area. Here is broad area is a department basically in ICMR system. Broad area you can select if it is call from the ECD, so you can select ECD. If call is under the NCD, means non-communicable disease, then you can select the non-communicable disease. Major discipline is the subject area. In which category your proposal falls? In mostly in the Call for proposal, we mention different group or category. That is your user. And detailed proposal format. Here you can choose the file. You can upload the file which already you have what say developed as per the ICMR format. Detailed proposal format is already available in our website. Earlier I showed you that under the guideline section. So first you prepare your guideline in that particular format and upload here. So, and then duration of the duration of data collecting, duration of data analyzing, and total duration of the project. So total maximum duration will be 36 months in 3 years. Okay. Then here is your study objective, expected outcome. So it will require to type. So again here some PI face the problem. So why you face the problem? Just I explain you. Normally you have typed those things on the Word and just you want to copy and paste here from Word to here. So in computer it is a certain difficult when you take any text from Word and copy on the note, copy on such type of the system, not only this from any other system. So this type of the system not allow the special symbol, but Word contains the special symbol. So when you submit here and when you click the next, so it will show the error. So not only this, either if you are submitting anything for the journal publication or any other office, best way is don't go directly copy paste from Word to any system. Copy from Word and paste it Notepad. Notepad will clear all your special symbol and other things, and then take the text from the Notepad and copy here. Then you will not get any error. Okay. So just it is a basically accept the text format, not any kind of any special kind of special character. The number of participating agencies. Okay. Again, lot of the PI face the problem here. Name of the participating agency means how many organization involved. Organization means how many PI. For example, you have the one investigator from M, one is from the subject. So how many participating agency? Here 2. It will be the 2. If it is the only the M, then it will be 1. Okay. And then type of profile, it will select automatically. If you are selecting entry here 2, so it automatically it will select collaboration project because more than one institutes are involved. If you are selecting one, then independent project. Yes, only the single institute. And then now PI and co-PI admission. Then again problem, lot of the PI is the problem here. Okay. First thing, here you don't require to do anything. Just type here the email ID of your co-PI. And if you find the email ID, then select it. Only you require to copy. But sometimes some PI did not find the email ID. The reason is behind that. First reason, co-PI registered but not fill the personal detail. So filling the personal detail is also important to inform your PI, co-PI to fill at least not experience, education, other details, but at least minimum personal detail section means name, designation, at least fill those parts. Second important thing, as I told you for the ad hoc project, nature of employment of your PI, co-PI should be the regular or permanent. If any your co-PI is a student, consultant, or contractual staff, so those email ID will automatically it will not display here. So to be sure about it. Another, so then in last, just you require to select the role. Select the email ID, then define the role as a PI or co-PI or investigator or coordinator like that, and then edit. Because you are submitting the proposal, so your email ID will be already added here as a PI. Apart from that, if it is the single institute, in single century, means one institute, so at least one co-PI will be required to edit along with you. Okay, so means minimum how many person is required? 2 person. If you are selecting institute 2, means it is a collaborative institute. So how many persons, minimum persons will be required? 3. 2 from your institute, 1 from your collaborative institute. If it is the number of participating agencies is 3, then it will require the 4. Another problem we face here, sometimes PI at 2 co-PI. And as per the PI, both are working on the same institute, but if it is the one, and if you are added 2 persons, one from like M, and second from, as per the PI, they are also M, but actually sometimes what happened, OPI selected their institute. Sometimes what happened, one professor is working in 2 places. For example, one professor is working as a subsurgeon and M professor want to add as a co-PI, but those selecting as a co-PI, they make the profile based name of the subsurgeon. So system will not recognize this professor is also working on M. Okay. They will treat as a subsurgeon. So it will treat like a two different organizations. So it will ask for the multi-centric project. Okay. So you require to understand those things because it is a system. So yes, one professor is working in 2 places, but system will identify only those they have entered. After completing this, and you will come on the document upload section. In document section, we again classify in 3 categories. So before going to this, you just understand. We take minimum document time of the submission. Then one is the time of the submission. Then one document we require when once your proposal will be technically approved. And there are some documents which are the entirely project specific. That document required only if some component of those part is available along with your project. So these are the documents where you can select, upload the document and you can upload. So again, these are the basically document I need. Like declaration attestation form. This is the mandatory in time of the submission of the proposal. Undertaking part 1, it is mandatory in time of the proposal. Mandate form, you can submit after selecting your project list technically. Detail equipment, it is a required if you are asking for the equipment. If you are not asking the equipment, then it is not required. Then again, documentary evidence support of price of the equipment. Then sometime again question come. We require the tendering and other. So why without that we are not able to provide this like this. So just I want to clarify here. Documentary evidence for supporting his price is we are not asking a tender and what's the allowance. We are not asking that. Suppose you are saying I require one equipment. Okay, equipment A. The price is the 4 lakh rupees. So how you come this? The cost of this equipment is the 4 lakh. Just we required to give the certain evidence about them. And how can we give you the evidence? Now in the best way is the JIP. Search that item. It is item is available on JIP. So just give the printout, the JIP price. It may be when you go for the purchasing, it may be you can procure within 3 lakh 80,000 or 3 lakh 75,000. But 4 lakh is the budgetary amount. Okay. And If it is available on GEM, it may be in 3.9. So you are mentioning 4. So it is okay, not an issue. Any rough or what's nearby the value should be available on GEM. Or you are, suppose you are working on medical college. Recently, you similar type of the project is purchased on other department with certain car. So these are the mechanism, because for the sanctioning any budget, our finance just want to see. You are asking for equipment like 4 lakh rupees. So how this 4 lakh figure 4 lakh come? Okay, it is available from JM or available purchased by some government agency. So that is the only for budgeting. Once you will get the project, you will get the fund, then you ask for the tender process and everything, and follow the your organization process. Okay, then purchase the item. Don't wait for the tendering and other things. Therefore, most of the projects delay after the even after technically approved. The non-availability certificate, if is institute format is already available on website, you can require. If you are asking, this is again, if you are asking the equipment, then you require to also give the non-availability certificate. And then year-wise detailed breakup of contingency, it is required. Justification of the staff. Obviously, if you are asking the staff, so what are the justification? Why you are asking, for example, you are asking scientists, why you are asking scientists? If you are asking for the research staff, if some work is come happen through the research like RA or SRA, then why you are asking the scientists? So PRC members see those things, so you require the proper justification. Certificate of institutional ethical clearance, it will require time of the folder document submission. Means once your project is approved, technically approved, then it will require the institutional ethics committee. Scientific, as I told you, the ESIR 0 certificate is a mandatory for all type of the institute. And like PI has not submitted this project from other organizations, that is also required. Just in ethics, madam told even you can't submit one paper to journal. So here we are talking about the project. So PI required to just give one declaration that this project is not submitted to any other agency. Undertaking of staff recruitment, declaration of financial flight. So these are the certain things you require. And some of the project is specific, like nuclear medicine committee. If you are working on any radiotherapy, then you require to this clearance. If you are not working, just give the self declaration. It is not involved in our project. Similarly, like genetic manipulation, institution, stem cell committee. So these are some project instances. It's not necessary for required for the all material. Similarly, if you are working on drug trials, then you require obviously DCGI certificate, NCTRI certificate. So again, it is the project. If it is your proposal is related to trial, then you require to give. Otherwise, just you give the declaration, self-declaration that my project is not involved any kind of trial. So just here you can see here we classify three categories. Star has and then cross side. So mandatory document in time after your detailed proposal. Second is the if your proposal is technically approved, then after technically approved you can submit. And last one is the if your project is required this thing. Then like as I told you, suppose you are working for the trial, they require the DCBI, otherwise not required. So that last these are the documents which you require to submit after acceptance of your. Now the next part is the budget part. Then again important part is the budget part. So but here first you require to select the year. Then after year, if it is the multi-centric institute, so your institute name will be in case here. You can select, for example, It is a multi-center means M's and subject both are the involved. So first year budget where you want to for M, you select from M's here. If you want to give that money to subjecting to select subject. And again, as I told you, our budget is divided in certain ways, like staff, contingency, equipment, travel, and overhead charges. So this adding only you can put the amount. After the entering the amounts, you require to click the add budget. Then you can select second year, third year. If your project is 3 years, so you can select one by one up to 3 years. And then here again we come here. You can see the add breakup. Add breakup for the staff, similarly you will find add breakup for the contingency, add breakup for the equipment. Then you require to click the add. First is talking about the consolidate amount. Suppose I ask to consolidate 10 lakh rupees. But 10 lakh rupees, within the 10 lakh in staff, I want to 4 positions. So we require to provide the detailed breakup in second step. Okay. You require to click add breakup. When you click the add breakup, then one window will become here. You require to select the designation. So here, whatever designation approved by the ICMR, which are the listed. When you select the designation and also your city, select the city accordingly, and the number of person and select number of month required. You require to this, their salary will be calculated automatically. You don't require to calculate. Whatever the rule as per the ICMR, that salary will become automatically. If you select scientist B, according to scientist B, salary will come. If you select the computer programmer, then again. And also in the some designation, HRA is involved, some designation HRA is involved. So it also calculate automatically. And some HRAs again depend upon the CT. So therefore we ask the category of the CT. A, B, X, Y, Z. There are 3 categories of the CT accordingly to HRA is also different. Also you require to select the category of your city, means type of the city. So HRA will be considered automatically. So these are the just automatically. Only you require to define name of designation, name of position, duration, how many months you want to work, and how many positions, minimum 1 and maximum whatever as per your requirement. So it will become automatically. Then when you click OK, then it will be added like I added here first year computer programmer grade A number of person 1, required month 3 months. So cost is 32,000 per month. That is the radium for the computer program is per the ICMR rule. So it come out basically 1960. Similarly, you can define for contingency, name of the item, cost, justification, then add. Similarly, you can add multiple items under the contingency. Right? And it will be again added. The next is your similarly you can define the equipment, like name of the equipment model. That is basically the optional. And equipment type, domestic or international. So then cost, that the cost is the budgetary cost, tentative cost, not exact cost. Okay. After completing this, now your form has been completed. You can see the preview. Whatever you fill, you can see the preview. Right. So one by one, you will able to see the all the information which you have filled. And then last there will be one declaration. And again, if you want to perform some edit, you can perform the edit, click on the edit button. So you will able to perform the edit, whatever you have filled. If your information, whatever available on the preview, it is correct, then you can submit, click on the submit proposal. Once you submit, click on submit proposal, you will not able to edit. Then click on submit proposal. When you click your submit proposal, your proposal will be submitted. And then after completing, anytime if you want to see your proposal, you can see, but you can't edit. So if you want to see the proposal, again you require to go view proposal. When you click on view proposal, it will list different proposals submitted under different program. And when I want to see the ad hoc, when I click the ad hoc, so different proposals submitted at ICMR and what are the status, everything will be listed. If it is available in draft mode, it will be so the draft submitted, not recommended, technically approved. All the proposal, whatever you submitted at ICMR, all the proposal will be listed. Okay, next. Okay. So these are the different stages you should be aware. These are the, we can say the different phase. First is the submission. After submission, it will go for the review. Means your status will be changed like under review. And then PRC review the proposal by PRC. Then PRC decision. And it will be communicated to you. And PRC decision, it's not means your project has been selected. There is some confusion. When we say technically approved, so many PI start, okay, my proposal has been selected and granted from ICMR. It doesn't. It means now your proposal is qualified for funding, not selected, only qualified, means technically approved. And whatever the status of so just in keep your mind, technically approved, it means not, it is a means your proposal has been qualified for funding, but not selected yet. Then you require to submit the codal document, and based upon your codal document, it will go for administrative and financial approval. And then after completing this stage, ICMR will issue a sanction letter. Then now you can call your project in the sanction. But again, your project is not started yet. It is only the sanction letter. Means now ICMR is agree to fund you. And they send the letter of sanction letter, then they ask, we want to fund your project. These are the budgetary finance. We will give you with your institute, whether you are agreed to work on this amount or not. Then you require to submit the acceptance letter to ICMR or acceptance by PI. Then only fund will be released. Otherwise, what happens? Suppose you submitted one proposal 1.3 crore. But PRC say, okay, no, we will not give 1.3 crore, 1.1 crore. So I can't force. This ICMR can't force to work on 1.1 crore. They will ask, okay, you submitted for 1.3, but PRC said you recommended 1.1 crore, whether you are agreed to work on this. After acceptance of the PI, only the grant will be released. After releasing the grant, project will be start. After this starting, again every year you will require to submit the UC and annual report. And again, every year annual report will be issued. Suppose fundamentally or principally your project is sanctioned for 3 years. But again, it doesn't mean it will continue 3 years. Every year your annual report will be reviewed by PRC, and it is up to the PRC to continue for second year or third year or stop after 1 year. So every year annual report is reviewed by the PRC, and accordingly you will get the extension for next year, and then last you will require to submit a final report. Right? So start date of project, as I told you, the date of initiation of the project will be the date of when you receive the grant, and again this date would have to communicated by the Host Institute, and Host Institute duly notify that okay, we received the grant from this for this project. Our starting date of this project is this date. So that will be counted as the starting date, and based upon 3 years or 2 years will be calculated based upon that date. So you must be sure about your start date of project. Next. Okay. Total expectation is a further will be required in 3 parts. First is the submission of UC and annual report. Okay. And also we we request from all the PI to, if you get any publication on this program, so just upload on the portal, means not PDF or anything, just name of the title of the paper, but name of the journal and other information. So we can keep a record of we sanction this proposal or project, and this project, this much publication or patent work. Okay, publication is your, just keep record that this much publication has been generated by the program officer, sorry, AI, and this will be also, as we are in process, it will be carry forward for the next sanctioning the project. So the portal will be also used for this purpose. So it is requested to all PI after sanctioning the project, time to time we also update this information. You see annual report and also the any publication in between. Anytime you get the publication, even after completing your project, if you get publication related to this project, so you should submit on portal. Okay, thank you. Thank you. If you have any question or clarification, then you can ask him. It is now evening, almost everybody wants to go back home. But if you have any clarification about submission, so feel free to.
So there are few questions like which institutes are exempted from DSIR certificate?
No institutes are exempted as per the ICMR. ICMR is not an organization who can exempt. Exemption can be provided by CSO, Scientific Industrial Research Organization under the DST. They can exempt. ICMR can't. So we require that certificate only.
There is one question related. Is that mandatory to include PI, co-PI?
Oh, at least one co-PI is mandatory. Minimum one co-PI is required along with PI from the same institute.
They're asking ICMR holds 10% of final year budget. So when ICMR release that budget?
That 10% budget release after completing the final account statement, accepting the final report, and completing the final audited final account, what is called utilization certificate, and final
SOE, statement of expenditure.
Statement of expenditure. Then ICMR release the 10%.
And there is one question. DHR ICMR recruited contractual scientists in VRDLs in different medical colleges. Can they apply for ad hoc project?
No, if they are not permanent, then in present status, they can't apply. Present state, one project is simple. One project staff himself a project staff. They are working, they are appointed to perform certain work. Then how they can apply for other projects? Themselves a project staff. No?
So PIs, those who have submitted STI proposal before 17, so do they need to submit again for final proposal as last date is?
PIs, after attending yesterday and today workshop, if PIs think they want to revise their proposal, so they inform me. So I will make enable to replacing the detailed proposal. Okay, or changing the proposal, we will make the enable edit better. So they will able to edit. If this if any PI think we don't require to any change, whatever we submit, that is the final. So they don't require to make any changes.
So they have given a hypothetical situation where PI is from one institute and co-PI is from another institute. So they're asking whether they need to add co-PI from the same institute or another institute co-PI is fine.
PI, co-PI from the PI institute is mandatory. Just first understanding, PI will receive the fund, okay, not other co-PI from other institute. If anything happens, so who will settle the account? Because it is the financial matter. We are not talking about presently scientific, it is the administrative. Who will settle the account and who will take over? Other co-PI cannot, other institute is not even, they are the knowledge partner. But in terms of the finance, in terms of the equipment, in terms of the other thing, PI institute is only the host institute. So one person, one co-PI from the host institute is mandatory. From co-PI from other institutes is the optional. Other for the knowledge sharing, for knowledge partner, you can take multiple co-PI from different institutes. So it is not a.
So someone is again asking whether central government institutes are exempted from DSIR.
That I'm saying, ICMR is a not agency who can say or who provide the DSIR or zero certificate. If ICMR is not agency to provide, so ICMR is not also agency to exempt anything. Exemption can given or provide those agencies those provide the certificates like in zero certificate or DSIR, the Department of Industrial and Science Research under the Ministry of Science and Technology. These are agencies those provide the zero or DSIR certificate. So these agencies can give the letter like you don't require zero certificate, whatever. So ICMR will accept that letter. But ICMR cannot ICMR cannot say this is the organization and zero or DSIR is accepted for them.
Okay, so sir, these were the questions that were raised by online. If on offline people or people present in room, if they have any query, please ask directly.
No, PhD or is not a compulsory. Compulsory is only the permanent or regular. That is qualification is not mandatory. Means some is the MSc, some is the MD, some are also PIR, only the MBBS. So only having the PhD is not a criteria for being the player. Okay, then thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very interesting and useful lecture. The people get confused about the submission of protocol. Thank you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to everyone present. I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates who are present in the workshop. I pay my sincere thanks to Dr. Rajiv sir and Nivedita ma'am, DG sir, DG ICMR and Head ECD respectively. I would like to say a very thanks to Dr. DCS Reddy, sir, who was the chairperson of this workshop. My sincere thanks to Dr. Aparna Mukherjee, Dr. Neeraj Agarwal, Dr. Lokesh Sharma, Dr. Sumit Agarwal, Dr. Nupur Mahajan, and all the organizing members for this particular workshop. I extend my thanks to Mr. Rajendra and the other IT team members for the smooth conduct of this event. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success.
I wanted to ask some pictures of the slides.
Actually, we are making short videos lecture session and we are putting these on YouTube.